Hi, I have another topic that I'd like to share. I went through a long process of learning to trust God. I had not had good experiences in my life with, uh, my dad and different ones along my path. It could be significant others. It could be friends, whomever. I just didn't have good experiences. I got stabbed in the back. We've all experienced that at some point, I'm sure. The thing is I really hadn't been taught that God was a personable being. So I really didn't think that I could trust him. I had to step out on a limb in a couple of different situations. One was a pretty scary thing for me. I was trying to, learn to trust him. I wasn't doing a very good job because nobody had ever had my back. They usually stabbed me in the back, so I felt like I always have to watch my own back. I kept hearing this voice inside me saying, "I've got your back." And I thought, the first time I heard it, I thought, where is that coming from? And I concluded that it had to be God saying that. So I thought, I don't even know what that means. Nobody's ever really had my back like that. And so for me, it was kind of scary to try to rest in knowing that someone had my back. So this one situation popped up in my life where I was sitting there one night in an apartment I had with a roommate. And I knew it was coming somewhere around the time that the lease was coming up to be renewed. And I asked her, because the apartment was in her name. I asked her, what are you planning to do about the lease? Are you going to renew it? And she said no. I said, okay. It's going to be up in 30 days. Yeah, I know, she said. I thought, why would you wait 30 days before to tell me not tell me? I had to ask. And so suddenly I realized I have got to find a place to go pretty quick, because pretty much I got 30 days. And she already had plans. She just had never said anything to me about it. So I had already been kind of at a crossroad. I didn't know if I even wanted to stay in the area that I was in. I kind of had thought maybe I'll move out of state. I wasn't sure. And so I decided, it just was really strong inside me, don't do anything, wait for God. I thought, okay, that is the craziest thought ever. Don't do anything, really? But I did it. I didn't look for a place. One of my friends started looking for me. She got a little panicked that I wasn't looking. I had another friend tell me that I needed to get help, meaning I needed counseling. So I really had some people coming at me just for that alone. And pretty quick, I had a situation where I pretty quick had a room to rent. So we get halfway through that 30 days, 2 weeks into it. So I got 2 weeks left, and I thought it's all good. I got a room to rent, so it's all good. And I didn't have to work hard for that. And the girl calls me up and says, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to rent my rooms out. And I was floored. Now I have 2 weeks and I have no place to go. I thought, okay, I'm going to sit here. All right. Well, because of my friend looking, she found a place. So I called the person, we chatted, and maybe I could rent a room in her apartment. And so I was all geared up to moving in. Now the time's closing in, right? And so she calls me up and says, you can't move in because you have to put your name on the lease. and she was going to try to just have me move in. And I said, okay, well, because I wasn't sure I wanted to be in that area another year. So I said, look, give me a week. I need to take a trip, and then I'll let you know when I come back. So I went away, and I just kind of put some things out there. I said, God, if you want me to actually move to this new area, you're going to have to make a way for my stuff to get here. Well, just in conversation, plus jobs. Well, I was only there probably, I don't know, maybe not even a week. And I had a couple of jobs. As a matter of fact, someone came to me and said, how is it that you come into town and have a couple of jobs, and people have been here looking for jobs for almost a year and can't find one? And I said, I don't know. Maybe it's a God thing. I don't know. The next thing I knew, I got a phone call saying, all right, we have 2 guys that are going to go get your stuff and move it up here. And I was like, okay. So that's the answer. So anyway, my stuff made it to that area before I did, because I had to go back and close out some things. And I thought, that is the craziest situation ever. But I started, it was a journey of really starting to trust God. It was kind of scary, you know, because it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. It wasn't working out ahead of time. It wasn't, I couldn't make like a 1, 2, 3 list and it worked out like that. But it worked out. And I look back on it and I thought, wow, I mean, there wasn't anything missed in it. No, you know, every step was met. And if I could have learned to have rested in it, it might have been kind of fun. But I was a nervous wreck through the whole thing. So my journey of learning to trust God has, in the early days, has, I was, you know, like I said, a nervous wreck, just trying to trust him, but he never failed me. And so I, have had other situations come up where it was just a matter of really, leaning on him and saying, I have no clue what's about to happen. He's not telling me, I don't know. And then it works out. So I have learned that he will work it out. And it's in a way that we don't expect, usually. So, I just want to encourage you to start that journey of trusting him. Trust him above everyone else, even yourself. It's okay if you're nervous with it. Just start the journey and keep it up. You'll never be sorry that you started it.